Hello there everyone, my name is Roxby and welcome to Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I want to quickly apologize for my long absence of videos. I actually broke my wrist. It's still broken, it's still in a cast for about one more week, a bit more depending on when this goes up already. So yeah, it's been hard to play video games at all, let alone record. But I found this game, I remember playing it way back in the day, but it can actually be played with just the touchscreen, just the stylus, so I only need one hand to play it. So I figured, you know what, why not play it and record it for you guys. So without further ado, let's jump into a new game. And we're gonna name our account Rexby, because that's my name.
The things we saw that day in the village became a secret we would have to keep from everyone for the rest of our lives. Because, you see... I don't understand, Professor. Why are we going to help solve an inheritance dispute?
Luke, my boy, do you really think I would take on such an ordinary request as that? Oh no, this is an altogether unique and exciting situation, and it has piqued my intellectual curiosity. But I suppose it would be best to explain the case before we arrive at our destination. 2 months ago, Baron Augustus Reinhold passed away. Shortly after his death, his will was disclosed. The contents of it were fascinating, to say the least. The Reinhold family treasure, the golden apple, is hidden somewhere within this village. To whomever successfully locates this treasure, I offer the whole of my estate. Naturally, those who attended the reading of the will immediately set out in search of the golden apple. But in the end, everybody came back empty-handed. It turns out that no one had even heard of such a treasure existing, until its mention in the will.
Wow, that's some puzzle, all right.
Quite. Augustus Reinhold staked his entire fortune just to create one more puzzle before his death. What a perplexing individual. I wish I could have met him while he was still alive.
It certainly sounds like you two would have got along, Professor. By the way, just what is this golden apple anyhow?
Some speculate it's a rare antique, while others say it could be a gem. Yet its identity remains elusive. But Luke, I can't shake the feeling that this matter is linked to some larger mystery, something huge.
Aha! Is that your famous intuition at work again, Professor?
Well, our first step is getting to town.
This is all so exciting. I hope Sir Mystere is ready for the famous archaeologist and puzzle-solving detective, Professor Layton.
Oh, Luke, you know as well as I do that I am no detective. Augustus Reinhold's wife, Lady Dahlia, has asked me to investigate the situation. It seems she came across my name by chance when reading an article about me in the papers.
And you immediately decided to take her up on her request?
Oh, well, Luke, a true gentleman never refuses the request of a beautiful lady.
If you say so, Professor.
We should be nearing the town by now. Look at the map in the envelope and help me with directions.
Right you are, Professor. What in the... what's this?
Lady Dahlia seems to have given us a test. We'll need to decipher this map in order to find the village. She wants to see if we're capable of cracking the mystery surrounding the Reinhold fortune. Care to give it a go, Luke?
I'll do my best. A puzzle like this should be no problem for the apprentice of the great Professor Layton.
Very well then, Luke. I'll leave this one to you. Think of it as a warm-up for things to come.
Alright, and we get into the first gameplay after getting a bit of backstory. We have to solve puzzle number 1. Where is the village? And it's worth 10 pickrats. But I'll go over more about what those are later. Alright, so let's see what the puzzle is. My village is on a road that leads to no other village. I look forward to seeing you there. Use your stylus to draw a circle around the right village, then touch submit. Okay, and it teaches us how to circle something. So basically, you need to find the one village that isn't connected to others. Well, you can easily see that these two are connected, so it's not one of those two. And furthermore, we can check and we can see that these two are also connected, which leaves only this one here in the top left to be the one that is not connected to any of the others, so it should be the village we need to go to. So let's hit submit.
Well, here's my guess. Layton's apprentice saves the day.
Yep, that's correct. It's the only village that isn't connected, and now we can see a little map that shows basically what I already showed you guys. Those other villages are connected, so this is the only one that we need to go to.
There we go. Now we should be able to make our way to the village.
Right you are. We should see it on the horizon any moment now.
Huh? Professor? Do you mean to say you've already worked out the village's location?
I'm afraid I couldn't help myself. A basic puzzle like that is easy enough to solve with a glance. Anyhow, you'd best gather your things, Luke. We've arrived.
And this is Professor Layton and the Curious Village. So let's touch to get further into the game, because we have quite the mystery to solve. Interesting, it appears the drawbridge is the entrance to the village. And we're stuck on the outside. Well, that's not good. Oh, but there's a guy there. Okay, let's tap on this guy and see if he can help us out. Yes, dropping the bridge would help. Well, yes, you do look like the bridge operator, Franco. How is that nerve? We just want to enter the village. Yeah, we were even invited. Okay, well, for Lady Dahlia you do want to. Oh, but, okay, it's broken. And he doesn't know what crank to use. Well, he's not a very good bridge operator, is he? Alright, but we can get in if we can solve the puzzle. Puzzle number 2, the crank and slot, worth 15 pickrats. There's no way to lower the bridge and get across without inserting the crank into the correct slot. Choose the slot that fits the crank shown below. So we simply need to choose between 1, 2, and 3. And we can tap this to change its view between a lot of different ones. But this one I think is the clearest. Basically what we can see is that the triangle is on a flat surface like this. And one of the square ones is also on a flat surface, while the other square one is on a corner. And in 2, both of the square ones are on a flat surface, so that can't be it. And the triangle is on a corner too, so that just has 2 that don't match up. Whereas the number 3, it does have triangle and a good one, but one of the 2 is not on an angle. So really the only correct answer that remains is crank number 1.
There we go. Every puzzle has an answer.
Yep, now we can drop the bridge. Ah, well, thank you. Well, yeah, you better. Lesin, we'll give her your regards. Yep, let's see which mysteries we have to solve. Okay, and now we need to analyze our surroundings. Okay, and now it teaches us how to move. Basically, there will be a shoe icon in the bottom right. We can tap that, and then there will be arrows that can move us to different areas, or there will be little gloves that means we can enter the door. So if we want to move, tap the shoe and give it a try. Well, we could give it a try now, but we don't want to move yet because there's people here and stuff to do. So let's talk with this guy on the right first. Stacken or station, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Okay, new to St. Mystere. Yeah, yes we are. Steak and Scarfin, well, that's quite the mouthful really. Okay, here's some advice for us. So he wants us to tap the barrel. So we're gonna tap this barrel here over next to this blue door, and we found a hint coin. Huh? Felt good, didn't it? Yeah. I mean, finding money is always good. Oh, a hint coin. Okay. If we find a tough puzzle, we can get a hint with it. And you need to purchase them with hint coins. Well, that seems pretty basic. For now, puzzles are easy, but you know, there's a limited number of hint coins. Yes, there's only a specific number of hint coins in the entire game. I don't know how many exactly, but I suppose we'll find out. I probably won't be able to collect all of them. I won't really search for them that hard. So it won't be 100% on all the hint coins, but I am planning to do all the puzzles and everything. So we'll be 100% for that, but not for all the hint coins. But you shouldn't really need them if you have me solving the puzzles for you anyway. Alright, so yeah, if we come across one, we'll use a hint coin. Alright, and yeah, just check anything that looks suspicious really. So there's another barrel here that we can click for a hint coin, for example, and maybe like a window will sometimes hold one. I don't know what else holds one. Oh, here, this bag here. So yeah, that's some hint coins. Okay, but let's talk to this lady right now. Ingrid. Oh, pleasure to meet you too. Okay, and our expert is the puzzle. I wonder if that pays well. And we can earn pickers. Okay, so the more pickers puzzles work, the tougher it is. And if you gather enough pickers, something special will happen. So that's a reward for solving the puzzles. So we're going to be solving all the puzzles and getting the maximum amount of pickers in the game. So we will definitely be getting that something special. But let's see what riddle she has for us. Puzzle number 3. Strange hats. These 4 top hats are all the same height, but the length of each brim is different. In other words, the hats are equally tall, but vary in width. One of these 4 hats has a brim and height that are the same length. Which hat is it? Now this is basically one of those visual mind tricks where things appear differently. Like vertical length seems bigger than the horizontal length. Well, and we need to pick one of these 4 hats. Now we can easily tell that it looks way too tall, and it actually is. It's not the correct answer. C looks about right, but it isn't it. And B looks too short, and if I'm not mistaken, it is actually too short. The one that has the correct answer is A. And what you can do is basically you can hold your fingers up to the screen on the horizontal part, and then turn it 90 degrees and hold it against the vertical part, and then you'll see actually that it is the same width and height. So let's input answer number A.
That should do it. Another puzzle solved.
Yep, and here it shows it's an optical illusion, that's the word. So yeah, it shows how that it's true with the lines, B being too tall and the others having too big of a width, really. That's all there is to it. Alright, well thank you, and yes, you can always just guess a lot of times if it's with one of these puzzles, but it does lower the amount of pickards you get from the puzzle, and there will be puzzles later on that are open answer. So basically, you need to truly fill in anything, and the number of possibilities get a lot larger, so just blind guessing won't always get you there. So yeah, be sure to think and solve it yourself rather than just guessing. Alright, and it's now in our puzzle index. Alright, so I think that about does all for this area. So let's click the shoe now, and as you can see, we could walk back now, but let's move on ahead. Let's go to the next area. Alright, and here we're taught about saving our game. So you can tap the trunk in the top right, and that contains a menu where you can save the game. It contains a journal where you can read. Basically, if you haven't played the game for a while, it tells you about what you've done lately, so you can refresh your memory on what you should do next. It contains all of the puzzles that you've done previously, or that you've encountered previously, so you can easily redo puzzles if you like, or show one to your friend and see if they can solve it. And it also has some mysteries, but we'll get more into that later. So yeah, we can use the trunk for anything that we need. Also, on the top screen right now, you should see it to the right. The manor is circled, and it's basically a map that shows us in which direction we need to go. And Chapter 1 starts. The Reinhold Manor awaits. Make your way to the Reinhold Manor on the east side of the village. And we can save our progress, so let's save real quick. Alright, now of course we can move on along, but there is a guy here, so let's talk with him first. Hello, I'm Percy, St. Mr. Okay, he's a writer. And he tells us to just go to the right, but he gives us a little puzzle first, so let's do it. Oh, and he'll give some information if we solve it, so that's always good. It's always good to get more information about the place we're at. So puzzle number 4, where is my house? Alright, can you find my house? Go out the front door of my place and turn left. At the first junction you come across, take a right. Turn right again at the following junction, and you'll come face to face with the morning sun. Circle my house. Now, the best way to go about this is reverse engineering. We know the sun rises in the east, so right now we are facing this direction at the very end. But to get to that direction, we had to make a right turn. So before this, we were facing upwards, north, and before that we took a right, which meant to get there from a right we had to be facing westwards, like that. But to get there he had to take a left. That could only be the case if he was facing north from the get-go. Now it's really simple. There's only one house that has an exit from the north, and that's this one with the blue roof right here. So let's submit our answer.
That should do it. Every puzzle has an answer.
And we get 20 more picarets. That's right, working backwards is the easiest way to solve it. As I've said, I've basically explained it already. So yeah, and here you can see how he leaves it. It goes like that. Just follow the blue arrow. Alright. Yeah, we solved that easily. Alright, the Reinhold family owns all the land that the village is built on. So basically they own the entire village. And that's all that he has to say for us right now. And we get the puzzle into our index. Now, before I continue on, I'm gonna end it here, and we'll continue on our quest to the Reinhold Manor in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, a like really helps my channel out. And yeah, leave a comment if there's something you want to say about the game. Have you played it before? I'm curious to know how many of you have played any of the Professor Layton games before. So let me know in the comments as well. And I will see you guys next time. Bye now.